it's been a little while since I've sat down with you. Of course, Edith has decided that she doesn't want to sleep today, so I'm still going to go through this video, but we're going to have some of her input. So this video is all about my favourite natural products to get you through your first year of life with a baby. So I'm a crunchy mum, so all these things are classed as more sort of alternative and all natural or homemade, and are also used throughout more of the crunchy community. So I'll be showing you a few of the handmade products that I've made. I'll be showing you some of my favourite things to relax babies, and I'll also be showing you my favourite homeopathic blends which worked, and I'll talk about a few of the other ones that we used. So I'm first going to just talk about the things that we found helped relax Edith, and a lot of the time she has just been the dream baby, so we have been really lucky there. But we did find that magnesium flakes were really good for her to relax. Magnesium is absolutely awesome. I 100% recommend that you should look into the benefits of it. We need this to be able to absorb a lot of other nutrients. It relaxes our muscles. And is meant to help promote a good sleep. This is more of a cheaper brand. There is a really expensive brand called Ancient Minerals, and they are absolutely amazing. It's the highest quality magnesium products that you can get. But this brand is really good as well. And then alongside that is you can see, it's focusing on Edith, organic lavender oil. So we would put this in the diffuser for a little bit, or also in her bath, and it's a natural, it's an oil that helps you relax naturally. Oh yeah, I know, how good's that? So this is just the Lively Living brand. Obviously there are thousands and thousands of essential oil brands, but we really like that brand for more of the diffuser type things. I'm next just going to show you our two handmade products. So the first one is this. So it's in an old baby food jar, and this is calendula and chamomile cream. I made this one before I had Edith because I knew that these things would be, one, soothing for her if she had any rashes of any sort, but it also makes an amazing nipple cream. So I actually was using this from very early on, more so for me than Edith. I can't quite remember the recipe for this. I'll have to go through my little do-it-yourself book that I made and go through it. Maybe I'll do a video on recipes if you guys are interested, let me know. But I also infused it with chamomile and calendula, which are both healing and relaxing and really good for rashes. So the very few times that Edith had nappy rash, we used this. She has not had nappy rash. I blame that on quite a few things, a lot of environmental factors for her, but also our diet. We eat really well, and I think that that really shows on your kid. Another thing that I made was this baby powder. This is a calendula based baby powder. So I literally sat there with a mortar and pestle and, you know, crushed up all these calendula petals purely for this baby powder, which we have basically never had to use. We used it a few times just on really hot days when she was getting super sweaty and sort of chafy. But other than that, we have not used this at all, except for if any of us sort of had any chafing issues in between our legs from the beach or whatever, and it's worked really good for that. So if you're interested in that recipe as well, let me know and I'll do a video on it. You're gonna hold it. The next one is one of my absolute favourite products that we used. Ricky actually got this one for me as a present because I was having really, really dry skin when I first started breastfeeding. And he decided to get the baby version just because then we could use it on Edith as well. So can I please show everyone Edith? Alright. So this is jojoba oil, and it is amazing for everything. On here it says it's a moisturiser, it's good for cradle cap, massages, nappy rash, bath oil, skin irritations, and it is true. All those things are easily treated with that. It's by the Jojoba Oil Company and they do absolutely amazing products. Oh, because she's in cloth nappies, at night time, soaking in the moisture for sometimes 12 plus hours, she needs a barrier cream. And we were using the Mugu Nappy Cream, which we found was really, really good, and I would recommend that one as well because it's a nice, gentle, natural product. But we swapped over to this one, which is the Walida brand. It is really, really good. It smells amazing as well. The only downside is that it's in the foil packaging, and with a baby who chews on things, she's put a lot of holes in it. So we only use this one at night time. We don't need to use it during the day. It's just because she is a really good sleeper. Here you go. So sometimes she might be sleeping for 12 hours and she soaks in a wet nappy and it can irritate her skin. The next few things are homeopathics. It's the Brower brand. When Edith first started feeding, she had a few digestive, challenges, as they all do, just because they're getting used to suddenly actually having milk. And we found that she did get a little bit of trapped gas and tummy aches at the start. And so we got this little product here, which is specifically for abdominal pain and trapped gas, and it worked absolutely amazing. So during sort of her first few weeks, as she was adjusting to digesting food and knowing how much milk to take, this one really, really helped, especially late at night when she was clearly in pain but wanted food and just didn't really know what to do. So this one really, really helped, and it helped us with some rough nights at the start. The next thing, which has been absolutely amazing, is this teething gel. We have used a mixture of this teething gel and also the teething liquid. Most of the time we use the teething liquid, which we find really good. Both exactly the same, it's just this is a gel form and this is a liquid form. So this one was really handy because it was a smaller size and you could just take it around with you everywhere. So we took this out in public and just gave her a little bit if we needed it. I also mainly brought... You okay? I also mainly brought this version just because they were sold out of the liquid stuff at the time and I needed something. So the gel is a really, really good option as well. It's very similar to the Bonjela, except it's all natural. And of course, teething gel, which, helps with teething. It works really, really good. We give her a little bit every night that she's super duper irritated by her teeth, and she'll sleep right through. The other thing is, because it is all natural, it is a lot more gentle on their stomachs and doesn't contain any of the nasty stuff that things like Nurofen and Panadol have. Now, speaking of Panadol, Edith has never ever used any sort of Panadol or Nurofen. We had done our research prior to having Edith, and Panadol and Nurofen just did not sit right with us at all. I'm not going to go into that here. You can just research that on your own because you're your own individual. But it didn't sit right with us, so we looked into other alternatives and we found this. So this is a pain and fever. It is basically Panadol, but it is all natural and homeopathic, gentle on the skin, does not impact the kidneys, nothing like that. And it works really, really good. We've been so lucky because Edith's only had a high temperature once and it wasn't even really high. We're only talking like 38.5 kind of thing one time when she was teething, and we used this, and within an hour it had already dropped way back to normal, and she slept all through the night despite the fact that she was in so much pain. Funny, she has not been interested in a dummy the whole time we've had her, up until recently, but I think it's more she just likes chewing it, don't you? But she's obsessed with her dummy at the moment, which is super weird. I also wanted to mention here what we've done when Edith has had colds. And basically, the way we look at it is, yes, Western medicine has a time and place, but a lot of the time you can prevent illnesses and things naturally. So whenever Edith has had a cold, because we are breastfeeding, I will dose myself up on vitamin C and it will be passed on to her. Now that she's bigger, I will give her little bits of vitamin C, and she also has elderberry syrup, which is something that I take as well. I make that myself, and we just have little maintenance doses to boost up our immune systems. The other thing is, whenever Edith has gotten sick, which has been only a few times, I think maybe once or twice, she's only had one really bad cold, and then she had the gastro recently, which was horrible. She has only really had one bad cold, and we treated that one with homeopathic remedies from our homeopath. So she gave us things like pulsatilla and chamomilla and a few other little bits and pieces which really helped. Pulsatilla basically helps everything just come out, which is what you want when you have a cold. You want it to come out, you don't want it to be stuck in there. And one of the things that she actually advised against was using those little snot suckers, which we did use a few times, but then we realised, you're right, our body needs to get it out naturally. So the pulsatilla helps with that. It's absolutely amazing. We use it ourselves as well when we are feeling like we're getting a cold, and it seriously clears out everything straight away, which helps at nighttime because then, you know, you're not snotty at nighttime, and that really helps babies who are breastfeeding and rely on their noses to breathe when they're on a boob. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that it's a little bit rushed, but I do have a toddler walking around the house, and quiet toddlers is never a good thing. You always know they're up to something mischievous. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and if you want me to do any videos on how to make any of these natural products that I have made or anything like that, then let me know and I will get onto that as soon as I can. Thanks so much for your love and support, and I will see you in another video. Bye!